Hi, hello and welcome everybody. It is Pohx again. So today we're going to do a little bit of a different video, not a guide or anything, but we're going to talk about all the different aspects of the cash shop slash the cash shop currency in Skyforge. You know, what it has to offer you. Is the game pay to win? You know, what exactly does it do to you? You know, does it hurt you in any way? And such and so on. So first off, we're going to state that the currency that you use after you purchase it is called Argents. So if you look down at the bottom right, you can see this thing called Argents. And what you do with them is you sell them for credits. There's only one other thing you can do with them currently at this point in time. To my knowledge, I could be wrong. But that is, if you go to your Ascension Atlas, and this is said to be changed already. This is going to be changed, but you know, I'm just going to put it out there so people know. When you want to like put an Ether core in or something, you have to put it in as Argents. However, you can convert Argents to credits, and I believe you can convert credits to Argents. I could be wrong on that one. Everyone's been telling me you can. So that shouldn't really matter. But this is getting changed anyway, but I just thought I should bring it up. So that's it. So for the most part, what you do with Argents is Argents basically, they buy you credits. You can go to the store, and you can sell an Argent for credit. So by putting money into the game, or buying a supporter pack, for example, or a founder's pack, you're basically just buying credits. That's what it does. So the next step is, what are credits used for? You know, are credits pay to win? If you can buy credits, how far ahead can you get of people? So as you guys know, there is a cap in Skyforge, and if I go over the cap here, let's see, I'll go to L, and I'll go to, whoopsies, I'll go to B, currency, and you can see there's a cap on your credits, meaning you can only earn so many credits per week, but paying with a cash shop will bypass this cap. So let's again go into what you can do with credits. That's important for you. So you can go to your equipment and you can upgrade your gear. Upgrading your weapon is pretty terrible past 5 because might scales like poop. Might is not a very good scaling stat. You could upgrade your offhand, but it's just stamina. So you would get some HP and you would get a little bit of might. Your accessories are your really big one where you would upgrade because it gives you the stats that you really need. However, the thing is that even if you're spamming to upgrade these, you're going to get capped on Particles of Mastery, and you can't buy Particles of Mastery. Meaning even if you put $42,000 into the game because you stole it from a bank, you still can't, you know, max everything out right away because you still have your cap that you have to follow accordingly to, and nothing will bypass that cap. So, next up, we're going to go into another aspect of what it does, which is the kind of bigger aspect. So if you go to L and you go to your missions, you have your little adepts that you can use, and you can send them out on missions. Now when you send your adepts out on missions, you have an option, for example, to speed it up. So if I click, let's see, I'm going to use ones with gifts here. So we're going to go to, who has plus gifts? I'm stupid, why can't I find it? There you go, 9% gifts, and let's just put in a 21. You can send them out, and you could accelerate it. So you could accelerate, you get the rewards instantly, you could keep doing that, and then you can update the common missions and reset, you know, all this all over, and you can keep spamming this and spamming it and spamming it and spamming it, right? And by doing this, what it allows you to do is you obtain the materials for your guys. Mini case, stop. You obtain the materials for your guys, and you also would obtain these things called followers. Now, what followers do, if you look, so if we go to our summary, you can see you have a total number of followers. The more followers you have, the higher order rank you have. By obtaining a higher order rank, you're able to level up your temples over here. Every time you level up a temple, you are given stats. So for example, if you look here, I'm going to level up my temple, and boom, I just gained some stats. I went up some prestige, and I'm going to upgrade this one. You can see the stats going to give you 50 might and 25 stamina. Boom. And there we go. Now, here's the other problem with this, though. So by speeding up your guys, what are you getting? You're getting gifts quicker, right? You're getting all of that faster. Don't get me wrong, you are. Is that an advantage? In a sense, yes. But let's go to the next part. Your temples are capped by your greatness. Meaning if you don't have the required greatness, you cannot level up your temples. Let's go into how you get greatness. If you go into K and go to your Ascension Atlas, greatness is only found on the Ascension Atlas via specific nodes. Nodes, for example, such as this Rubik's Cube, gives you greatness. Greatness requires you to spend your sparks. Sparks are on a weekly cap, and sparks cannot be bought anyway through the cash shop. Therefore, again, just like the equipment refining, you're going to get capped. So no matter how much money you put in the game, you can still only excel a little bit ahead. Well, maybe a decent amount ahead, but still, you know, you can't excel that much. Like, you're still stopped. You're stunted, you know? And again, by doing this, you don't gain damage off your temples. You gain a little bit of might. Might doesn't scale well. So all you're really gaining from your temples is raw HP, which is not a bad thing. But, I mean, it's not like you're going to just start one-shotting things because of this. Now, let's go into one other aspect that's, well, a couple other aspects. One thing that I feel needs to be toned down. So if you look over at your weapon and your offhand, you actually find these from, I forgot exactly what the packs are called, but there was one before the game was released, and it came with the Berserker and the Gunner, and I obtained a Founder's Weapon and Founder's Offhand. And then there was another one recently for Alchemist and Knight, which was kind of like a little bit of an upgraded one. Now, these weapons are very, very strong and will not be replaced for a while depending on your class, which I think needs to be changed. The only reason why I say that is, again, they give you bad might and they give you bad health for your offhand, but the bonuses on the weapons themselves are insane. They give you super amounts of stuff. Anywhere from, you know, 10 to 15% damage, maybe for some classes, you know, 60% more damage on a burst combo. Not 60% more overall, but it allows you to do certain things. And I feel these do need to be toned down because you'll be using these weapons on some classes for like 5-6 weeks. But again, come mid to end game, you know, the game's only been out for 2 weeks. Come mid to end game, they will be replaced. It's just since there's a cap on it, it feels like it's so long. So let's go into the next one, Premium. Now, if you look at Premium, which is right over here, this is kind of like the optional subscription for Skyforge. Premium status offers the following advantages: 50% sparks, credits, and other resources. Those are all going to hit cap. I hit my cap on my sparks in 6 hours. My credits might take me a day. So that literally means absolutely nothing. 50% building resources for Pantheon Quest. That's pretty good. It speeds up your resources. But again, I mean, it's not necessarily needed, you know, it's not like it's just you in the guild, it's a bunch of people in the guild. 20% drops when donating credits to the Pantheon. I don't know exactly what those are used for yet. I don't think we even have anyone with the shops on the NA servers, so I honestly can't talk about that. You'd have to go look up Russian stuff to find that out. So that one I'm not sure, but 25% doesn't seem like too much of a bonus. Then you get the ability to receive Sparks of Evolution. Now, Sparks of Evolution is kind of a big one, but I found a way around it, and I'm sure many other people have. A lot of people talked about this, and they really didn't like this aspect. So, what Sparks of Evolution are, is if I press K and go to the top right, you can see I have 4,338 Sparks of Evolution. Sparks of Evolution can be used to unlock any node in any atlas. What that means is, as a Cryomancer, since I maxed out my Cryomancer tree, I don't get Symbols of Cold or Frost anymore. I get Sparks of Evolution. So, in a normal scenario, I do believe it would be like, I don't know, you play your character, you're non-premium, and you just don't generate sparks, and you'd have to play as another class to generate those sparks. That's what people told me the scenario was. Again, I'm not 100% sure, because I can't test that unless I make a new account and get one character capped. But there is a way to cap your sparks, your class sparks, in 5 minutes, technically, after the reset, and you can play any class. So, all you have to do is you farm these little bags, which I'm going to show you right here. These little bags, these supply bags, and you can farm these from a couple areas. So my personal favorite areas to farm them would be the following. Let's move over to the Atlas here. Okay, you can farm them in this place called Nether's. Where is it? Nether's test area will give you a bag. It'll also give you a bunch of loot as well. And you can do PvP. Typically 3v3 queues quite quick. And you can just farm those bags. You know, farm yourself maybe about 100 bags if you want to. And when the reset happens, switch your class to another class. So say you play Cryomancer main and you're a non-premium character and you want to max out a Slayer for his symbol. So you obtain the Slayer on the skill tree, on the Ascension Atlas, but you're like, well, crap, I can't get Sparks of Evolution. So you farm, you PvP, you do whatever you want in your Cryo, you get your bags, the reset occurs, you switch to Slayer, you open up all your bags, you'll gain Slayer Sparks. That's how it works. I don't know if that's intended, but I mean, that's a way to completely bypass Sparks of Evolution. You know, there's absolutely no reason to get them. Okay, so next up we're going to go into what else it gives. Free ability to, and then the free teleportation across locations. I mean, that saves a minor amount of times. a minor amount of credits if you choose to do it. For me, at least, not. I'm barely in region quests anyway. I'm usually just dungeon farming for drops, because regions don't really give you much except when you're capped, except for, you know, if you're farming for trophy fragments or whatnot. So it's not really anything too big. But yeah, I want to say that goes over pretty much everything. I might get distracted because this little shit decided to pop up. But I want to say that covers pretty much everything about the cash shop. The last thing I guess I kind of forgot to go into this was when you're doing your orders again. One thing that's also required for your orders, I don't know how I forgot this, is holy text. So when you're doing these again, you're gonna need a bunch of holy text, which typically, if you want to min-max your character, you don't ever pick up credit drops. You only pick up boss drops, green drops, blue drops, and you run holy text missions until you're capped. And that's because holy text cost and or sell for about 1,100, but when you pick it up, it only subtracts 500, and you need these in mass quantity. So if you do the math, you save a bunch of money, whether you're buying them or selling them. You're saving money. And again, these holy texts go hand in hand with being capped because of your greatness as well. And if you see people with like a bunch of prestige, this is where it's mainly coming from, is the holy text and the chapels. So that's, you know, I know people that have like 5, 6, probably even like 7,000 prestige just from these. So that's pretty much about it off the top of my head. If I missed something out, I'm so sorry. You know, just leave a little comment below, and I'll see if I can put a little annotation if I you know, did something incorrect. But yeah, that's pretty much gonna be it for now. I hope that this video clears some stuff up for you guys, and who knows, maybe we'll get those founder weapons in there for Capital. So anyway, I hope to see you guys later. I'll be on the stream here in about an hour if you're watching the video from when it goes live. Hope you guys enjoyed yourself, and remember, you can catch me out streaming at twitch.tv/Pohx daily for pretty much Skyforge content as of right now. And, you know, feel free to hit that sub button on YouTube if you enjoy the content. Take care, everyone. Have a wonderful day. I'll see you guys all tomorrow.